playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an NFC wildcard matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they? Yeah. I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Now Jones. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here's Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team... yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Brady. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Shotgun now for Brady. And his pass incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. to throw again. Brady. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of the field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good option here, too.
You know, we always talk about running the ball until people take it away from you. I don't see any reason to stop throwing it until they take it away from you as well.
No, the early returns here on the opening drive, though, solid. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. Brady going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Is a turnover on downs.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And this will be a Packers 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Packers 3, Buccaneers nothing.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Does a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 3rd down, Love. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Packers.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A nice run there by Jones on first down as he'll wind up getting about 5, so 2nd and 5 coming up. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 19-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On 2nd down, it's Jones, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. the shotgun. It's Love. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Following the interception, Love. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Love now to pass on first down. That's going to be caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 28 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Makes the score Packers 13. Buccaneers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Wait, set. 380. All right, here we go.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
Aaron Jones.
It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Down, Packers.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it with Jones. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Working out of the gun. Love. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's the option. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Third and long for Love. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a 2nd effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers.
Green Bay.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. And he lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He'll find Aguara complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Green Bay.
From 17 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Packers 27. Buccaneers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Brady, deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Marquise Goodwin, 44 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Makes the score Packers 27, Buccaneers 7. Matt Gay to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This is Jones. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Love. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs' 43-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Love again. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Taken down.
It'll be a 2-yard gain. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
1st down, Packers.
On 1st down, here's Love. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And that's caught out wide by Cooks. On 2nd down, Love. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over. And
he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Bryce Love, 26 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Packers 34, Buccaneers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
57's the line. 57's the line. Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, take it.
From the gun, Brady. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Hey, 53. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go.
And they take a knee. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. When he hit.
One final try now for Brady. Open man has got what it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the